Right, so just in the Tesla Model 3, so I'm just having a quick review. Um, Currently, I'm in the Model 3 2025 white interior, and there is some negatives that I was not expecting. Mainly positives. I'd say 95% positive, but everyone knows what the positives are. The main positive is how fast it is. The music is really good. The display, the interactive display is really good as well. And when it comes to things like these seats have not only heated seats, but cooling seats as well, where it kind of like blows air into you, and it's really nice. I was not expecting that. Also, when it comes to apps and stuff like that, it's got its own built-in kind of interface system, where you can have your Spotify, your Bluetooth, YouTube music. You can do all types of stuff. There's loads of cool stuff you can do. One thing that's really handy is you can open the bonnet on the boot. Both have luggage space in from the interior of the car, and I find that to be really handy. Okay, now everyone knows about the benefits, the main one being how fast it is on the road, but let me go on the negatives, because I don't feel like people talk about this enough. So the first negative is obviously the charging. If you're not at a supercharger, it can take 4 to 11 hours to charge. Okay, it is cheap, but like, let's say you need to charge it up quickly before you go do something. You can't really, unless you drive to a supercharger, and if there's not one in your nearby area, you know, you've got to drive a couple of miles to get to it, and if you're already at low battery, you might not even make it. So that's a bit of a weird one. But I'm assuming as we progress into the future, there's going to be more and more, especially in the UK. USA's probably got it all already in the infrastructure, but in the UK, we just need more Tesla superchargers. The next thing is the handles. We've got these handles where you like press in one side and it opens it up, and then you pull it out. If you're right-handed, it's absolutely fine. I'm right-handed. But if you're left-handed, good luck. Also, if you're carrying something in your right hand and you try to open it with your left hand, you've got to like push it in with your pinky, and then pull it out with the right hand side. It's a strange one. Also, the indicators are like haptic feedback buttons. So when you're on a roundabout in the UK, it's a bit of a weird one as well. Also, no one talks about the motion sickness you can get. Like, when I got this car, I was loving it so much. I was flooring it everywhere and speeding up. And then it has this thing called regenerative braking. So it's like if you've got a manual car, it's like you're in first gear all the time. You know, when you take your foot off the pedal in first gear and you feel yourself slowing down. It's like that no matter what speed you're at. But it goes all the way to stop if you let it. Like, it brakes until you just stop, which has its benefits, but it can lead to, like, it led to motion sickness, because I was in the car for too long, and then got out of the car and I felt really dizzy and sick. But I was in it for like, I don't know, 6 hours in the first day, absolutely flooring it everywhere. So that's probably why. Like, you can go fast in Teslas, but I recommend actually driving steady, because driving steady is actually a really luxurious experience, because it's really smooth. But I don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much, because it's a fantastic car and I really enjoy it. And I can find something wrong with the best car in the world, I know, like, just from use, I'll find something to complain about, unfortunately, but that just is what it is. So the benefits to this car massively outweigh the negatives. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the negatives, because you don't hear many people talking about them. So I'm just here currently charging at the supercharger. I've been here for 20 minutes or so, and it's gone from 30 to 90% real fast. One thing I tried to do earlier was trying to go to a normal charging point, and I was in a car park where you could only stay for 2.5 hours before you get charged and fined. And I didn't realize this until I was exiting, so I was double checking, and the car was going to be there for 5 hours to fully charge. So I'm just glad that I managed to see that, because you know, most charging points are in a car park right now, but if they've got time limits, you've got to pay the charge in the car park on top, which has just reminded me I should probably check whether I had to pay in this car park as well. So I'm gonna have to, I hope I've not been hit with a fucking whopping fine or anything like that. But yeah, I thought I'd just post a little bit of a review, something different. You know, there is so much space in this thing, it's unreal. Everyone seems to love it when I give them a drive in it. It does bring like attention. Everyone wants to see the interior, wants to see how it drives. It's got this really nice display at the front there. This camera does not do it justice, but it's really minimalistic, and yeah, it's just simple. It does the trick, and everything seems to be quite user-friendly as well. You don't, like, if you have experience with tech just in general, in terms of like smartphones or tablets or anything, you'll be able to learn how to navigate this thing real fast. And there's so many things that I'm yet to learn, still learning about, that I'm looking forward to learn. One good thing actually about the superchargers is you can go to a place where, you know, if there's a coffee joint next to you, or like a place where you can get a drink or a bite to eat, you can use it as an excuse to go get yourself a coffee, do some work. Like, I've just been doing some work in the car for the last like 15 minutes, trying to figure out, like, I've recorded a few other videos for a few other things that I'm doing as well. But I thought, seeing as I'm here for the first time, I might as well do a review on this car. Just because I'm liking the freedom of this channel. Going on to something completely different is, I'll talk about that in another video, but it's to do with like freedom, money, and views on YouTube. Right now, I'm still just doing this for freedom aspect. I'm doing it for Beau, my daughter. So I'm not trying to analyze the algorithm or anything like that, or try and guess what's going to get me loads of views or loads of thingy. I'm just doing what I'm trying to do. So in the future, I can look back and see, just keep the habit up. It doesn't matter what you do. Like this one, this is a spur of the moment video. I'm just keeping the habit up, and eventually it should snowball into me trying harder, and me upping the content ideas, getting more passionate about it, getting more equipment, things like that. But anyway, thanks for chilling with me today, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye bye.